Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD or Paris Center, and today we have something new for you. These are wearables from Fitbit, and we are gonna fix 3 units today. So let's get started. So as you can see here, this is a Fitbit Ionic that is water damaged. So David is opening it up to see what can be done to fix this machine or unit. And oftentimes water damage can be so extreme that the unit is in itself bricked. So let's see if David can fix this one. So opening the display is kind of nerve-wracking actually, because you need to pry on the sides and then unscrew this first layer. And as you know, the smartwatches are typically very limited in space because of their diminutive size. But when you open this up, there's some layers upon layers of boards and connectors that you need to be looking out after. And the screen is off, and then the charging port is open. We're gonna clean this up. And this is another Fitbit Ionic. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna open it up. So this one is kind of relatively easy to fix because it's not really that water damaged. But the top right Fitbit Ionic is not gonna be fixed right away, but we'll see what will happen later on. We're gonna do the same thing on this one. We're gonna open it up, remove this cover, first layer, and then detach the screen and move it to the side. And then this one is a Fitbit Versa. So David is just opening them up one by one to see how damaged they are. This one also opens up from the front, so removing the front display is relatively easy on this one. I don't know if it's on the curve on the edges, but this one directly opens up in this way. All flat cables should be taking care of these components. If you break one of them or have a tear on the side and one connector is broken, the smartwatch cannot function really well. So we're just going to open this up, remove the board. There's also a button mechanism here. We're going to remove that and then detach the screen. So this is Fitbit Ionic. You can see here we're just gonna clean up the side. These are the adhesives, the old adhesives, and we'll see if the replacement display can fix this Fitbit. This one actually just needs a new display. So we'll test it first. We'll see if it charges and the touchscreen on the new replacement display is working or not. So if you think that disassembling this Fitbit Ionic is pretty hard, imagine putting it back all together. And David has managed to reassemble the whole thing without breaking anything. So just see if this replacement display is gonna work or not. So far, no response on the display. We're just gonna wait for it to reboot, and then we'll connect it to the Fitbit app on the smartphone of the client. So we'll see if updating the software or configuring the device will help. So this is going to be connected as a new device, so the process is the same if you have Fitbit Ionic. So So we're just gonna pair them and let them talk to each other. And of course, through this app, you can also update the firmware or the OS on your Fitbit Ionic. So this is gonna download for a while. So we're just gonna proceed now to the Fitbit Versa. So this one will also be opened to the battery level. So this is the middle layer. This is the main board. We're gonna remove it, lift it up from the frame, and be careful of those flat cables. So underneath is the battery, which is covered by this shield, metal shield, to reduce the interference on the main electrical components. Yeah, sometimes power lines and signal lines can interfere, which causes noise on your signal. So this battery is well shielded. So David will replace that one and then put it back all together. So this one is a new battery, I guess. So David is gonna reassemble the whole thing. Actually, the Fitbit Versa is, I think, easier to disassemble and reassemble because of the curved edges, and the components just easily lift up easily. And as you can see here, this is the top part, which is also the layer for the flat cables for the display. So you can see that there's a battery, and then the main board, and then the screen. And underneath that is the charging pad and the connectors to charge the Fitbit Versa with this proprietary charger. We'll see if it charges. So we'll left it for a while now, and then it's now booting up, and it's working. Still the old display though, but you know, if it's still working, we're gonna reuse it. This one is fixed. This has no issue whatsoever. So David is gonna finalize the fix by putting back all the components and screws, and of course putting the liquid glue on top of the main board on the side of the frame, so that he can press the old display back into place. So final checks, and then the liquid glue. So not a lot of glue, just enough to make the top layer or the screen adhere to the frame. And so far it's good. There's some delays on the touch inputs. Maybe the unit is still configuring itself, but it's recharging. We're just gonna clamp it, not too much force, just to let the glue cure, and then we'll wipe it up and then put a plastic cover on top of it. This is not tempered glass, it's just a plastic, so that we can bend it on the sides like this one, just to make it more presentable. There you go, it's fixed. So if you have Fitbits or Apple Watches that needs a new display, new battery, because battery can degrade over time, and they got small batteries as you can see here. So head on to Sydney CBD or Repair Center, or message David over at Facebook or our website, so that he can tell you if we have stocks of the available components that you need to fix your smartwatch. So this is the Fitbit Ionic, the only one that we're able to fix. The other one, the water damaged one, is not a no fix. So I hope you enjoy this repair session, guys. Till next time, cheers!
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.